Hi, this is Tutor Nick P, and this is Idioms 292. The idiom today is to pull someone's leg. Okay, let's take a look at the note here. Nowadays, to pull someone's leg means to fool or tease somebody. This is often done by trying to make somebody believe something and overreact about something. So obviously you're telling them something that's probably false or not true, and you're trying to get a reaction out of them by telling them this to see like if they are shocked, oh, really? Oh my God, or something like that. And then of course at that point you could probably just laugh at them. That's what they mean, thus making them appear like a fool. So this is the way we usually use it today. That's the most common way. Okay, let's continue. There are several theories about the origin. One is that during the Victorian era, in London, thieves would pull at people's legs and cause them to trip while they were on the ground and disorientated, like not knowing where they were. They would try to rob them. Okay, this is one that a lot of people say is actually the origin of this phrase. Okay, let's look at the second one here. Okay, second possible origin is that during executions in the 1700s England, people were hired to pull and weigh down basically people that were, being hung. Okay, so they would die faster in a less painful way. Because if you didn't pull them down, then maybe they would struggle there and it would be more painful. And I don't know, does somebody really want that job? Does somebody really want the job of holding somebody's leg and trying to pull them down so that they can choke and die faster? I don't know, that's not really a good job. But I'm not 100% sure if this was done or not really done. But they're saying that this is another possible explanation to this phrase, of where this phrase may have come from. Okay, let's continue. Both of these are questionable because there's no documentation to back them up, although there might have been some documentation about the people hired to pull legs. But still, there doesn't seem to be a direct connection to this phrase, though. It doesn't explain a connection to the modern, more humorous meaning, because today it's a very light, funny meaning. Both of these are kind of serious. All right, let's continue. There's also another theory related to a Scottish phrase, meaning to make a fool of somebody by cheating them. So that could have possibly been a third one. All right, anyway, let's take a look. We have 3 examples here of how we would use this phrase today. One of his classmates pulled his leg by telling him that the principal wants to see you. Yeah, this is often done in school a lot of times. Students often telling other students something that's not correct just to get a reaction out of them. So, a lot of times, especially in the younger grades, if you thought you were being sent to the principal, you thought you must be in trouble. I'd say, oh, principal wants to see me? Why? What? What's wrong? Something like that. So they're just doing it to get a reaction and, just to laugh, to make a fool of somebody. Or number 2 here. You heard that they are planning to move the Statue of Liberty back to France? You must be pulling my leg. All right, this is the way we say it, like especially if somebody told you something that almost seems way too ridiculous to be true. Maybe you might say it that way. Or, maybe somebody is telling you something that is completely ridiculous just to see if you might believe it. It's too crazy to be true. In this case, somebody might say, that can't be true. You're pulling my leg. Get out of here. That's the way we would use it. All right, and number 3 here, also with students. Some students like to pull the leg of any student that was absent the day before by telling them there is a test today. Yeah, so the student wasn't at school the day before, so he wouldn't know if a test was announced the day before. And then when they come in, it's a way to scare the returning student. Huh? What? Test? Huh? I didn't know there was a test. Oh my God, there's a test today? Kind of like that. And of course, when they make that reaction, the other students might laugh at them. That's a perfect example of pulling someone's leg. Okay, anyway, I hope you got it. I hope it's clear. Thank you for your time. Bye-bye.